Hello and welcome to step 2 of Soul Purpose Magic, the intuitive miracle for abundance. I'm Laura Mendelson and my website is spiritmediumlaura.com. And we're going to open with a nice little visual with a wonderful little statement. Open your heart today to yourself and others, because step 2 is all about opening your love, opening your feeling nature, what you love, aligning with that. Well, aligning will come in the V step or vibration, but this is just to get in touch with what you really, really love, what you really, really want. And part of this will be your spiritual law of Dharma, which is what you love to do. It's the Sanskrit word for purpose in life. That's what Dharma means. And feeling bliss, what you love, is your soul's purpose, which aligns you with higher frequencies, and life gets magical. And as you've heard me say a few times, is follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors for you where there were only walls. Famous quote by Joseph Campbell, author of The Power of Myth. And so a little bit of review. Love activates your magic. The first step, L, is to let go of fear. The second step is O, to open your love nature, what you love to do. That's your soul. It's a higher vibration. V is to vibrate at a higher frequency, which is also love and your soul, alignment with your soul. So that E, your flow will emerge. You will embrace the flow of guidance, opportunities, and destiny, which is God. And Deepak Chopra puts it this way. The spiritual law of Dharma states you have a unique talent and a unique way of expressing it. Okay? We're all unique, in the way we do things. And there's also people who have unique need for us, what we do, and the way we do it. There's something that you can do better than anyone else in the world. Expressing your talents to fulfill needs creates unlimited wealth and abundance. Unlimited. And Deepak Chopra said that, and I believe him. I say it this way. When you use your natural gifts and talents in service, prosperity flows to you, rushes to you actually. You're guided to opportunities as your destiny unfolds. And so there are 3 components to the law of Dharma, Deepak continues. One is to discover our true self. We've come to Earth to discover who we really are. The second thing is to express this. And this expression takes us into a timeless awareness. And we should use our gifts, our unique talents, in service. How are you serving others? Where's your service? When you do this, you can manifest anything you want. All the affluence, money, and success you desire. If you're not doing this, if you're not getting what you want, perhaps you're not doing this. Life becomes more joyful and abundant when you discover your true self, express your unique talents, and serve humanity with these talents. This is adapted from the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. I say it this way. When you use your natural gifts and talents in service, you are led by guidance, opportunities, and destiny. You get lucky. And by the way, if you think you're using your natural gifts and talents in service and you're not being led, perhaps you're on the wrong note for yourself, the wrong place for yourself. Maybe it's your ego that's trying to run the show and not your true self or your soul. So Dharma is your right purpose in the universe. Want to attract a soulmate? Get your Dharma right first. Align yourself with your soul so your magic flows, and then you're at a higher frequency where miracles are the norm. The key characteristics of Dharma are a deep knowing. Having a deep knowing on a subject, for example, without having studied it. When I started to notice that when I would go to classes on spiritual development, I sort of knew the material, and I always could seem to extract or go to a higher level than others in the class. I just had a knowingness about it. You will also feel blissful when you're doing this work. You'll be in a timeless space. Okay? You'll feel very peaceful and centered. And also another characteristic of Dharma is that it's attraction to specific subjects, hobbies, or careers, or even a place to live and types of people. So always follow those things. Don't ignore them. Don't let your ego run the show out of fear that it's not practical. Explore who you really are. So when I started to affirm I'm using my natural gifts and talents in lucrative and productive service to others, the doors flung open. I was invited to lead a development circle. I was led to teaching in private sessions with clients. I could see things. It felt very natural for me to do this. I could see things. I finally felt like, finally know who I am and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. A flock of clients came to me, deep validation. I had a sense of purpose. I was no longer the poor lady with money, but now the wealthy lady without money, but with purpose, and the money was following. And another story is not only true of money, Dharma, but many things. And my sister let go of the struggle of not having love or believing she had no love, and started to do what she loved herself more. She started to vibrate a higher frequency, ran into the man she was to marry 20 years earlier, and engaged her flow in that process to marry her soulmate, which was him. They're still married happily today. Now, there's some other laws that we're going to talk about in this step. There's one called the spiritual law of desire, which is supportive of the spiritual law of Dharma, which I just spoke about, and also the law of attraction, which probably I don't need to say too much about, but it will be covered in a little bit more depth in a future chapter on this subject. So a desire, according to Deepak Chopra, in the field of pure potentiality has infinite organizing power. In other words, desire is miraculous. So if you're not getting what you want in life, it's because you're going after what you think you want, but not what you really, truly want from the soul level. And this chapter is all about that. So the secret is want versus need. For example, you need a job. You think you need a job, right? And you've been looking and looking and looking and looking and looking, and you still haven't gotten a job after months of searching. The truth is, you really don't want a job. Why not? Because maybe you believe that a job wouldn't be fun. It's boring. Maybe you don't want to give up your free schedule. You like having flexibility. You think a job would have a rigid schedule, 9 to 5 or what have you. You think you'd have no time left to live your own life, no time to do anything. You don't really want a job. You need a job, and that's what's blocking you. So how do we handle this? Well, we write down exactly what we want. So you would write down, well, I want fun, flexibility, time for leisure, and I do want a salary too. It may sound like a little bit much, but listen up. Suddenly, when you put down that you want a salary, you want to get paid, but you also want to have fun in the job, you want a flexible schedule, and you want to have enough time for leisure, you go back and look at some classified ads, and you notice a job that's close to home. It's fun. Whatever the job is going to be fun for you. You know it's fun, and it's like a contractor job, so there's flexibility to it. You apply right away. And within a week, you're employed because you have that desire behind it. You make sure you get that job, right? The fire is lit under you. So the secret to getting what you want is when you know what you want, it attracts to you very, very quickly, instantly. There'll be an exercise on this later. So let's just let go for a moment in meditation. Just start to breathe abdominally while you uncross your arms and legs. And I'd like you to listen to me as I open the intention. Thank you, Infinite Spirit, for providing me a healing, releasing, and transformative session in highest love and light. And so it is. Imagine that there are spiritual guides around you and that you're sending out your energy and blending it with theirs. And now we'll move forward in the session. So, awakening your awareness is key to seeing. So we're going to do a little awakening your awareness exercise to help us learn more about ourselves right now. So take a pen in hand and put it in your opposite hand. So if you're righty, put it in your left hand. If you're lefty, put it in your right hand. And stop the video and write this sentence. I am feeling how this feels right now. And after doing this, I guarantee you will be in a heightened state of awareness. Okay, now start the video again. Wasn't that difficult? Well, depending on your level of dexterity. For me, it's hard to do that. Now we're going to do a game. We're going to play something, the real you. And it's going to be focused on what you like to play when you were a child. What I'd like you to do is write down 5 to 10 games or activities you loved to play as a child. Put them in a journal. And which games did you absolutely adore the most? Or you kept like playing them over in different ways, always the same theme to it. For example, games that had to do with achievement, earning money, marketing, nursing, building things, doctoring, combat, creativity, leading, following, and so on and so forth, nurturing, nursing, destroying. So stop the video, do this now. And when you're done, you may want to discuss this with a friend, a coach, or a support group, because it could be a little confusing. Now we're going to move forward into soul archetypes. We used blockage archetypes in the first step. This one we're going to use soul archetypes. And then we will create an affirmation from this archetype, call it a Dharma archetype also. A soul archetype and Dharma archetype are the same thing in this particular exercise, and we will use that in meditation. So what I'd like you to do is to uncross your arms and legs, to start focusing on breath from your abdominal area. Just relax and let go. And I am going to read off the numbers from 1 through 12. And one number is going to pop out at you. I'd like you to write that number down. Whatever number you get is the correct number for you. And in a moment, we will move forward with this. So just listen to the numbers and write down the one that pops out at you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Now, you may want to discuss this with a friend when we get to the next slide, because on the next slide, I'm going to put down the definitions of all those numbers, and then I'm going to show you the affirmation for each of your choices. I'm going to read them all off, and if it is confusing to you, you may need to discuss this with a friend, a coach, or a support group. So here are the numbers. Number 1 stands for innocent, which is the traditionalist, someone who remains loyal to and maintains faith in simple values and virtues. And the affirmation for number 1 is, I am faith. Number 2 is every person. This is the communitarian who seeks and builds community in all situations. The affirmation is, I am community. Please note, as you hear yours, please write down the affirmation. 3 is the hero type. This is a rescuer, a crusader, could be a coach as well. Emphasizes making a difference in the lives of others. The affirmation is, I am heroic. Number 4, caregiver. This is the nurturer, provides comfort, kindness, and compassion to others. The affirmation is, I am kindness. Next one, number 5, explorer. This is the adventurer, emphasizes adventure and or new experiences. And your affirmation is, I am adventure. Number 6, the lover. This is a harmonizer, emphasizes relationships, also seeks harmony and pleasure from loving relationships. And the affirmation is, I am love, or I am harmony. 7 is the revolutionary. It's a game changer. This is a person who initiates innovations that change the rules of the game. And the affirmation could be, I am change. Number 8, creator. That's the artisan. Expressive type, visions, thoughts, ideas. Affirmation, I am creative, or I am creativity. Number 9, the magician. This is a healer type, or it could be an intuitive, or somebody who likes to shift energy. okay? Shift the way people are. A healer affects individuals or groups in healing. The affirmation for the magician, which is number 9, is I am shift. Number 10 is the ruler. This is the leader type. Takes charge of people's situations, takes responsibility on for the good of others. And the affirmation for this type is I am leadership. Number 11 is the sage, and that's the expert type, the guru, like Dr. Joseph Campbell is a guru, right? Develops, he's passed on now, everyone, but he was a guru, develops knowledge and expertise to its highest level. So anybody who's got a PhD would possibly be the sage. And that affirmation is, I am wise, or I am wisdom, or I'm sage. The last one, number 12, is the jester, which is the entertainer type, who helps others have fun or good times. And the affirmation for that one is, I am laughter. So as you can see, or I'm fun, or I'm joy, or I'm bliss. So as you can see, each of these archetypes has an appropriate affirmation to it. If you haven't gotten it yet, stop the video and look at this a little bit more closely and pick one and only one for yourself. Again, if you're having trouble with this, talk to a coach or a friend, or go to a support group for more help. Now we're going to use this I am affirmation as a mantra in meditation. So what I'd like you to do is to close your eyes in a comfortable position, uncross your arms and legs, and I'd like you to focus on the vision field behind your eyes and or your breath from the abdominal area. And I would like you to repeat your affirmation. I am joy, if you're the jester, for example. And I'd like you to stop the video and do this for about 5 minutes right now. We are opening you up to your particular vibration. Now we're going to go further with this. We're going to go to I want. We're going to create an I want affirmation. So write down 5 or more things you think you really, really want in your life but haven't gotten. You can write down 1 to 5 things, whatever it is. Pick the top one from this list. And then write down what you perhaps don't want about it. For example, you might want a job, but not one that takes out all the fun and play from your life. You might want a relationship, but not one that confines you to the same person to do everything that person wants 24 hours a day. Try to get clear on it. So for example, you've had a relationship in the past you found very confining, you think you want a relationship, a love relationship now, but you also have this little secret thing underneath which holds you back, which is saying, well, when I'm in a relationship, I was unhappy because I didn't have any freedom. So your I want would be, I want a relationship that gives me companionship, but also gives me freedom to do the things I love to do. So adjust your I want affirmation until it perfectly describes what you want. Stop the video now and do this exercise. Good. Welcome back. And so now, you probably felt kind of good after you got this together, because when you can finally say what you want, something miraculous happens. You feel almost relieved, okay? Like, I finally got clear on something. And then something else usually happens. It comes to you. So let's say that your affirmation is, I am paid for fun and play, because you want a job that offers you fun and is also playful and fun. So now I'd like you to create your I want affirmation. If you need to stop the video and do so, go ahead. If you need to discuss this with a friend, coach, or support group, go ahead and do so. And now we're going to use this affirmation in a meditation. I'd like you to get comfortable. Close your eyes. Focus on the vision field behind your eyes. And also, if you need to breathe from your abdominal area, go right ahead and focus on that. And then I'd like you to repeat your I want affirmation, like I am paid for fun and play, over and over like a mantra for about 5 minutes. Stop the video now and do this. Welcome back. And so you've done a lot today in this particular chapter. What I'd like you to do, if you've not yet listened to the introductory workshop, is go to spiritmediumcoach.com and listen to that for review. I'd like you also to do a mindful meditation each day for at least 7 days, if not longer, stating your I want affirmation for 5 to 10 minutes each meditation. And then I'd like you to continue your I want journaling, as this will be a constant tool for you to use as you move forward in this system. You should never, ever, ever stop getting in touch with what you truly desire and want, because behind it is an extremely potent force, which is miraculous. So keep writing every day things that you want and refining it to mantras, affirmations. I want this, I want that, and I am this, I am that. And then use in your daily mindful meditation, you can change your affirmations. So I look forward to meeting you again in step 3. Thank you for listening.